Good day to you all. Many of you are probably aware that it has been a while since you've seen one of these videos, and again, it is unlikely I will be doing any more for various reasons. But this is a very special holiday edition of NewsCrap that has to be posted. And why does it need to be posted? And why are we calling it a holiday edition? Because we are focusing on one very sad piece of news crap that unfortunately the web has to deal with at this time every year now. This thing. Every year, this image gets spread around Facebook and other social media outlets to try and disparage multiple charitable organizations. It actually evolved from a spam email that was being spread around as far back as 2005. But in both cases, pretty much all of the accusations are based on completely inaccurate information. This is not an attempt to be funny in this video. This is my attempt to try and debunk these claims and hope that a video like this will be spread via my loyal viewers and others to try and get these lies to stop being posted. Before we proceed any further, I do want to state this caveat that my source of information for much of what I'm talking about here is a Snopes article that has debunked most of these claims, but has not actually been updated since October of 2015. So there might be some numbers that have changed in the past 13 months or so since then. So feel free to double check all of this as you see fit, but I'm fairly certain that much of what I'm going to be saying here is still pretty close to accurate, given how recent the Snopes article has been updated. There is the claim that Red Cross CEO Marsha Evans makes more than $650,000 a year. Now, in truth, it's actually not that much less at around $500,000, but it's still false information, especially since the Red Cross CEO since 2008 has been Gail McGovern. And that's still a $500,000 salary for a $3.3 billion organization, so you do the math as to how much a percentage that really is. They are claiming that the March of Dimes only gives a dime to charity for every dollar donated. If that was the case, there's no possible way they could be contributing more than 64% of their proceeds to charity as Charity Navigator rates them. The claim that this is why they are called the March of Dimes is a complete lie. They are called that because they were founded during the Great Depression by Franklin D. Roosevelt on an annual fundraiser that encouraged everyone to donate a dime at a time when a dime was worth a lot more. They say that United Way CEO Brian Gallagher, and that is believed to be the CEO of United Way Worldwide, has a base salary of $375,000. It's actually a little higher than that now at $415,000, but even still, the original email accused United Way of only having a 51% efficiency, when in fact Forbes rates them at 85% and Charity Navigator at 89%. UNICEF is accused of having only a 14% efficiency when both Navigator and Forbes UNICEF is accused of having only a 14% UNICEF is accused of having only a 14% efficiency when both Navigator and Forbes rate them at 91%. CEO of the United States Fund for UNICEF, Carol Stern, is accused of having a $1.2 million salary when it's actually around $472,000. And UNICEF strongly denies the claim that they provide a Rolls Rolls-Royce for their CEO. But the worst of the lot here is the accusations laid on Goodwill, where they accuse their supposed CEO Mark Curran of making $2.3 million a year and claim that Goodwill is a for-profit industry that donates nothing to charity. And I said supposed CEO because every single thing there is a lie. Mark Curran does not exist. There is no such person. Goodwill's CEO is named Jim Gibbons. His reported salary in 2011 was $745,000. In 2014, its reported salary went down to under $690,000, and Goodwill has always been a non-profit organization since its founding by the Morgan Methodist Chapel of Boston in 1902. All I can say is that it is extremely shameful that whoever started this would try to sling mud on established charitable organizations just to try and steer more proceeds toward their preferred charities and who knows whatever other reasons. I have my suspicions as to why some of these charities were singled out and wrongfully besmirched. I'm not going to air my suspicions in this video because I do not wish to play that same game of these individuals. The only other thing I will say is this. If you decide to give to charity this or any future holiday season, donate to whoever you wish, and definitely do not trust those who would try to disparage the names of long reputable charities because it's almost extremely likely that they have their own nefarious ends. An absolutely disgraceful act to be committing in this time of goodwill. Happy holidays from NewsCrap.